talking about first oversight of fund sourcing. Now let's move to the second one. Under financing, under funding your business. A very large percentage of businesses all over the world close because they don't have enough money to survive the first tough years of the business. In our India, it is said, "Pehle saal chatti, dusre saal hatti, to tisre saal khatti," means first year is total expenditure, second year is establishment, and third year is break-even or profit. And this thumb rule is everywhere in the world, not only in India. East, west, north, south, central, go anywhere, talk anywhere, discuss anywhere, you will find this fact. Everybody will say it will take 3 years. You should have a planning, sustenance, capital funds for 3 years if you want to be a successful businessman. It has been really observed that early stage and new business owner underestimate the cost of starting and running the business. It's virtually every time. In each early stage business, it has been observed that the entrepreneurs say that their financial projections are very conservative in terms of revenue and expense. It is indeed a matter of serious concern. It's indeed a matter of serious concern. I'm talking out of my experience. I've seen people closing business because of this particular fact. They always claim that they are sourcing more funds than they need and that they have a cushion. Well, then I tell them that the projections, as it is with all entrepreneurs, the financial projections are too aggressive. They retort with the lecture to me about why they are the exception to the rule. Then, a year later, after the first balance sheet closure, after their revenue estimates totally fell short and their expenses were greater than expected, then they give me the reasons why they too have missed their projections. How come? They were very careful, but actually they were not careful. There has to be an exception to this in my personal experience. Seasoned investors know this, and that is why they always take a haircut to the projection. They assume that they are overstated on the revenue line and understated on expense line when they evaluate the investments into any business, may it be small, medium, or large. Even these kind of mistakes are committed by experienced people under various circumstances that can be discussed at some other occasion. Most of the entrepreneurs expect to generate the revenue the day they officially open the business. आज हमने खोला है, हमारे पास ऑर्डर है, हमारे पास मशीन है, हमारे पास टीम है, हम बस अगले हफ्ते प्रोडक्शन शुरू हो जाएगी, माल जाने लग जाएगा, पैसा आने लग जाएगा. Particularly it happens with younger generation because they depend upon notional sources of sales, customers, market. Actually, making sales usually take longer than you expect and comes too slow pace than you expect. Besides this, another issue arises. When you don't raise enough funds upfront, and you start to run out of money, it is much more difficult, often impossible, to secure more capital to stay afloat. When things aren't going to do so well, when things aren't doing so well, nobody comes to your rescue. Nobody comes to your rescue to add to your financial requirements when you are in a difficult situation. क्योंकि चलती का नाम गाड़ी है, रुखी को तो खटारा ही कहते हैं, कोई रुखी पे नहीं चढ़ता. Nobody wants to risk. I have tried to concise a long story in a very short lines. If you want some discussion on it, you are welcome. Give me a call. Feel free to talk to me. My numbers are there on internet. Let's not talk how to avoid this mistake. Point number one, as a favor to yourself, have a review of the projections. As I said, they are aggressive generally by the people who are going to raise funds, maybe for a startup, maybe for a small, medium business or any business. Go back to the Excel sheets and revise them so that the amount of money you actually need is 1.5 to 2 times the amount you originally thought you needed. So, if you think you need 10 lakh rupees, you actually need 15 to 20 lakh rupees. Or maybe more. I'm talking of startup, people who are going to have a small startups, micro startups, or something like that. Similarly, you can think on your own present business plans lines. Because if you don't work on this subject like this, don't rework on your projections, you're bound to fall prey to it and you are going to have it. I'm talking here to make you aware, be aware of this particular problem of underfunding, underfinancing, short funding. Okay? Now, let's move to the next part of this series.